Welcome back, everyone. Today, we're doing a deep dive into the numbers behind one of the league's most dominant teams, the Cyclones. We're going to skip the history, forget the finances, and just focus on the hard data, the stats that really define this powerhouse. All right, let's jump right in.
So I want to start with just one number, 85.71%. What do you think that represents? A player's crazy strike rate? Maybe a team's win percentage on their home turf? Just keep that number in your head because by the end of this, you'll understand the incredible story of pure dominance behind that single stat.
Okay, to really get what makes the Cyclones tick, we've got to start by zooming way out. We're going to look at the big picture, their overall performance record. This is really the foundation of their entire dynasty.
And here they are, the numbers that started it all. Out of 62 matches, the Cyclones have won 41 of them. That gives them an insane overall win percentage of over 66%. I mean, this isn't just about winning games here and there, this is about winning consistently. And to top it all off, they've got 5 major trophies in the cabinet. The numbers really don't lie. This is an absolutely elite team. Now here's where it gets really interesting. Let's see how they stack up against their biggest rivals, the Bashers. And you can see, when it comes to silverware, it's a dead heat, 5 trophies apiece. But that's not the whole story, is it? Look at the win percentage. The Cyclones are consistently outperforming them week in, week out. That tells you who the more dominant force is on a regular basis.
So we've established they're a winning machine, but how exactly do they get it done? You know, a team's legacy is often built in specific tournaments. Are they good everywhere, or do they have a specialty? Let's break down their performance across the league's big competitions.
And wow, this chart just says it all. I mean, a nearly 69% win rate in the BBL, that's incredible. 57% in the Reboot Cup is more than solid. But just look at that third bar. In the Duality Cup, their win percentage is 85.71%. There it is. That's our mystery number from the beginning. In this tournament, they are, statistically speaking, almost unbeatable. This isn't just dominance, folks. It's practically a monopoly on winning.
Of course, teams don't win championships, players do. So let's pop the hood and look at the engine room of the Cyclones' success, the batters. These are the guys who pile on the runs and give opposing captains nightmares.
And first up, we have a name that every single fan of this league knows and, let's be honest, probably fears a little bit. Chad Thompson. He is an absolute cornerstone of their batting lineup, a true run-scoring machine. Just take a look at these figures. An average over 30 is always fantastic, but those other two numbers, they tell the real story. A strike rate of nearly 178 is just explosive. It means he's not just scoring runs, he's scoring them incredibly fast. But the number that truly defines his legacy on this team, well, it's that first
1,047 runs. To put that into perspective for you, Chad Thompson is the only player on the entire Cyclones roster to cross that magical 1,000-run mark. He is, without a doubt, the pillar of this team's batting.
But hey, a great batting lineup can't be a one-man show. So next up, we've got Jack Godfrey, a player who is the very definition of the word consistent. If Thompson brings the fireworks, Godfrey brings the rock-solid reliability that anchors an innings.
He's right behind Thompson on total runs, with a super impressive 934 and a really healthy average. But the key stat here, the one that tells you everything you need to know about him as a player, is in that last column, 7 50s. A 50 is scoring over 50 runs in one game, a major milestone. To have the most on the team, that just shows you that time and time again, Godfrey's the guy who steps up and delivers a big, match-defining score.
But you know how it is. Putting runs on the board is only half the battle. You need a bowling attack that can go out there and defend it. So now let's flip the script and look at the wicket takers who have been absolutely instrumental in taking apart the opposition.
And you just can't talk about the Cyclones' bowling attack without starting with the captain himself, the all-rounder Jacob Graham. The guy leads from the front, and his contribution with the ball is, frankly, immense.
I mean, come on, these numbers are just phenomenal. A bowling average of just over 7 is world-class. That means for every wicket he takes, he gives away practically no runs. And he's not just chipping in. He's got 3 5-wicket hauls. That's taking 5 wickets in a single match, a performance that can single-handedly rip the heart out of an opponent's batting order.
And let's just focus on that first number for a second. 77 wickets. This isn't just a good number. It is the highest number of wickets taken by any player on the Cyclones. The captain isn't just leading the team, he's leading the attack.
Backing up the skipper is another absolutely fearsome bowler, Barry Yeoman.
You could say if Graham is the spearhead, Yeoman is that relentless, efficient threat that just gives batsmen no breathing room whatsoever.
And his stats completely back that up. 55 wickets is a fantastic haul, and it's supported by a brilliant average under 8.5. That low economy rate just proves how tough he is to score against. This 1-2 punch of Graham and Yeoman is an absolute nightmare for any batting lineup. You're facing massive wicket-taking ability and ruthless control at the same time.
So, we've seen the big picture numbers, and we've seen the brilliant individual stats, but how does this all come together when the pressure is really on? To see the proof in action, we're going to put one single, high-stakes match under the microscope, the Duality Cup Season 5 Final.
This is it. This is where it all comes together. The championship is on the line. The Cyclones, playing in the very tournament they completely own, are facing off against a really tough Bombers team. All the stats, all the averages, it all comes down to this one pressure cooker performance.
And just look how close this was. A victory by only 4 runs. This is what championship finals are all about, right? A total nail-biter that could have gone either way. It just proves that even for a team this dominant, trophies have to be earned in the tightest of moments. So who were the heroes on the day?
With the bat, it was Mr. Consistent himself, Jack Godfrey. When the pressure was at its absolute highest, he's the one who stood up and delivered a massive 72 runs. This wasn't just a nice score, it was the absolute backbone of their entire innings, the foundation that made that winning total possible.
And with the ball, well, it wasn't one of the usual suspects we were just talking about. It was Dustin Thompson who delivered the match-winning performance. Defending that tiny lead, he took an incredible 5 wickets for just 45 runs. It was a clinical, devastating spell of bowling that completely dismantled the Bombers' run chase and sealed the championship.
So, from their overall win rate to their ridiculous tournament specialization, from their star players to their clutch performances when it matters most, the numbers tell a clear, undeniable story. The Cyclones are a statistical juggernaut. And it really just leaves us with one final, lingering question for the rest of the league. It's not about whether the Cyclones are good. It's who, if anyone, can possibly catch them.